mathematicians, and welcome back. So this is my fun little activity that I had for you guys to practice a little bit more on area. For this activity, you will need graph paper. You can also use lined paper with vertical lines. You can also print out a graph like I have here, and you can find those pretty easy on Google. You will also need 2 dice. I recommend 2 different colors, but if you don't, that's okay. Just make sure to keep them separate when you roll them. And then I have 2 different colored pens. You don't have to use pens. You can use crayons, you can use markers, and they don't necessarily have to be 2 different colors. I just like to have extra color. So it's up to you. All right, so to begin this activity, you are going to use your 2 dice. And these 2 dice are going to represent our width and our length. So my width is always going to be white and my length is always going to be the red dice. So what I do is I'm going to roll the dice. Okay, so I have a length of 1 and a width of 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw this out. So I have a length of 1. So remember, a length is going out and a width is wide. So I have 1 in length, and then wide I have 5. So I'm going to count this box again. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and so now that I've rolled my dice and I have created my figure, I'm going to find the area. So we know that area is the length times the width. And then, so my length is in red, and that is 1. So my area equals 1 times, and then my width, which is 5. And so I would multiply those. This is also a really great tool, an activity to help you practice those multiplication tables. So 1 times 5 is 5. And so we're going to also pretend that each of these are a unit of an inch. Okay, they're not quite an inch, but we're just going to use that so we can get some practice with using our units. And then to write it out, we would have an area equals 5 square units. All right, and now I'm going to use another color and do another turn. So I'm going to take the dice and I'm going to roll them. All right, so now I have a 1 as my length and a 4 as my width. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to go 1 in length and then 4. So we're going to count this box again. We have 2, 3, 4. Hopefully next time we'll roll a length other than 1. So now we're going to use our formula again. We're going to go A, or area, equals the length times the width. Area equals the length was 1 again, and then times 4. And so area equals 1 times 4 is 4. So an area of 4 square inches. See, this is really good help too, because look, I forgot to write inches here. So this is really going to help you convert your brain from writing square units to writing square inches, or whatever the unit is. And you can change it up if you want to, if you want to practice using like the other customary or other metric units of length. All right, I'm going to actually grab another color this time, and let's hope that I can roll something other than a 1. Yay, awesome. So I have a length of 4 and a width of 4. All right, so I'm going to draw this out. I'm going to first do my length. I'm going to start right here. Go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I am going 4 wide. So we're going to count this box again. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, are we done? No, we're not. See, we need to cover this entire space right here to make our box. So, because if we did 4 and 4, this isn't a multiplication problem then, is it? We're not going to find our area of the shape. We found the length and the width, but now we need to find or shade in the rest of our area. So we have another length of 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we have a width again of 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we're just going to shade in the rest because this is still part of our shape or figure. All right, so this is our new figure. So now we can write out our equation. We have area equals the length times the width. We have a length of 4. And we have a width of 4. So our area equals 4 times 4 is, do you remember? Yep, okay, cool. 16 square inches. All right, let's try a couple more. Remember, you can just keep going on and on and on with this. All right, we already did that one. I want to make it a little bit more challenging. Cool. All right, we got a new one. So we have our length of 2 and our width of 3. So I'm going to grab another color just so I can tell the difference between my problems. You do not have to do this, but this just helps me. So remember, we have a length of 2. So I have 1 and 2. Remember, you don't always have to use the formula 2. You can use the count on by counting and writing the number in each box. You can use whatever strategy works best for you. So we had a length of 2, and then we have a width of 3. So we count this square. We have 1, 2, 3. All right, and then to finish up our figure, we go back to our length on this side, and we have a length of 2. So we have 1, 2, and then we're going to finish off our figure by our width again of 3. So we have 1, 2, and 3. So let's write out an equation for this one. So we have our area equals length times the width, and A equals the length of 2 times the width of 3. And so our area equals 2 times 3 is 6, because we know that multiplying by 2 is also like doubling this number. So 3 plus 3 is 6, and so is 2 times 3. So the area is 6 square units. Oh, not units. We're going to do inches, right? We're getting some practice in. Looks like I need some practice too. All right, I'm going to go back to drawing with pink. Let's roll these dice again. Oh, wow, look at that one. All right, so our length is going to be 6, and our width is going to be 4. So let's see. Our length is 6, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we have a width of 4. So we count this square again. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And just like all the other ones, we're going to finish off our figure by doing another length of 6. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we're going to finish up our figure with our length again. Or, no, excuse me, our width. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now since we've created the border, we are going to fill in our figure. This one is much bigger than the rest of them. All right, so now I'm going to write out my formula again. We have area equals our length times our width. We have a length of 6 times a width of 4. And then we have area equals, but you know what? I'm going to apply my other strategy just because it's a bigger one and I would like some more practice with the other strategy. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to number, and you guys can follow along and count with me if you would like. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. All right, so our square units is 24. And then if we also were to go and do our multiplication problem, we would do 6 times 4, which is also 24. And so our area equals 24 square inches. All right, and now you can continue playing this game with your family, with your friends. You might even be able to do this over Zoom with your classmates, which honestly would be really fun. All right, so just to continue playing, you're going to take your dice, you're going to roll them, and then one of your dice is going to be your length, one of your dice is going to be your width, and then you're going to solve it using the formula, or you can use the counting on strategy. But you can do it until you fill up the page, honestly, if you want, and you guys can keep on going. This is honestly really fun, and look, if you use different colors, it can actually get really colorful too. All right, well, I hope you guys had a lot of fun with this, and I will see you soon in the next segment. All right, till then, bye.